we had a beach sort of closer, but it was still hours away. So it wasn't really much difference. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, yeah. That's not good. Yeah, but I grew up in Pasadena, and this was my first year in Irvine. I didn't even know I was gonna move to Irvine. Instead of driving the usual route.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game.
Oh,
It's built almost
okay.
entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, along with the
No!
digital world feeling real life, has certain
No!
essential properties that give the game its flavor.
No.
No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Well, um, right. Back to my story. I had an iPhone 7, which did not have the best of batteries. Sorry. Um, they would probably last 2 hours, probably 2 hours, and then they would probably die. And this was no problem, right? Because I had a power bank. But I didn't bring with me. Stupid. I know. Oh, pretty stupid. But it was whatever, right? It's pretty fine. Um, and I didn't use my phone much that day on school. It was at like 70 something percent. So I'm like, you know what? This will last me the entire way. It did not. By the time we're at the beach, um, hold on. Actually, let me tell you about our trip to the beach. We got out of school, and there was this white sort of rape van. I'm not sure if that's a term, but that is what me and our friends called it, as well as our supervisor. She's like, no, I will not be giving you guys any candy. Oh, we're here. And
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
um, no. Oh, oh. Okay. Before the dialogue played, as I was saying, the I'm trying to find a way to explain it really quickly to the point where people listening won't be extremely bored. Oh, but yeah, we were in a rape van, and the sort of our yacht advisor, I think her name was Sarah. She humored us. I was like, "No, by the way, I will not be giving you guys any candy." So we're like, "Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame, right? No candy. Boo hoo." From the rape van. Um, but after that, it was a nice drive. We would go to that. Oh, well, that's actually not part of the story. We would spend like 2 hours driving there. Pretty boring 2 hours considering that I didn't really know anyone at the time. It was fairly static, right? I would sometimes play a bit of music. You know, some kids would be playing Clash Royale or whatever game was popular, like Brawl Stars maybe, something like that. And I feel like I never really fit in. My first sort of friend group was the sort of Asian, well, yeah, the Chinese sort of friend group. I only really got along with 3 of them.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely
I'm gonna do
frustrating.
something risky here.
But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was
This is a
building
baby
mountain.
game. I got this.
I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Oh, okay. That is not very gamer.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
How do I do this? This is quite the steep angle. Oh. That's not good. Ooh, there we go. Okay. I like where we're going. I like the way this is going. Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna take my hand off the mouse for a bit. Let's enjoy the ambience. Yeah. Enjoy the ambience. As I was talking about, it was a fairly boring trip, ride. I would sit there listening to music, and by the time we got there, which is 2 hours later, my phone was at 40%. Right. At this point, it kind of scared me a little, because my only way home was by bike, which, you know, I just said, oh yeah, I'll bike home. But later, it led to, you know, not being the case, right? So I'm like, all right, I won't touch my phone. I'll just enjoy the beach. God, oh God.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
Okay, before Bennett started talking, yeah, I would. Okay, first thing we did was, I think we would. Yeah, I was with Aiden and another kid. I cannot remember his name. I'm pretty sure he was in the same year as us, though. I think his name was Sean. Maybe not. He was Korean. Pretty chill dude. There was supposed to be one more person who would come with us, which was one of my Asian friends, Evan. Really nice guy. Don't talk to him as much now because, well, I'm in China. Stuck in China. want to go back. I miss everyone. The problem is that, well, we really had nothing to do. It was very choose your own adventure. There was of course there was a tent with like licorice and Kool-Aid. Actually no Kool-Aid. It was just Capri Sun. It was Capri Sun. And I think chips, like Cheetos and all that. Yeah. We ended up spending like half an hour sitting by the shore and looking for sand crabs. If I remember, I'll put a photo of sand crabs on the screen. I'll show you what we're talking about. But pretty much you would find them because there would be sort of little claws. I don't know what they are. I think like whiskers. They would be poking above the sand whenever the shore sort of wave would crash onto the sand, and it was really easy to find them. Okay.
Yo, Spunky, what are you doing, dog? You sniffing ass?